I have been using this for a while now, so I figured I would share some thoughts. I am not going to try to sell you on it. I just want to describe what it has been like to actually live with it every night, because that is what matters. This is a memory foam mattress that comes rolled up in a box, and it is meant for people who want a simple setup and that slow, contouring feel that memory foam has. If you like the mattress to hug your shoulders and hips a bit, and you do not want springs pushing back at you, this is probably more your style. If you love a bouncy feel or you want the edge to feel really solid when you sit on it, memory foam like this can feel a little different, and it might take time to get used to. What makes this one a little different, at least in everyday terms, is the green tea-infused foam. In real life, that mostly shows up as a mild, clean smell once it airs out, compared to some other foam mattresses I have tried that held onto that factory smell for longer. It is not like your room suddenly smells like tea. It is just less annoying than the usual foam odor after the first couple of days. When it comes to how it looks and feels, it is pretty straightforward. The cover has a clean, simple look. It is not flashy, and it does not look like it is trying too hard. The surface feels smooth and slightly stretchy, which helps the foam underneath do its thing when you lie down. Build-wise, it feels like a solid block of foam, which is basically what it is. The moment you press down with your hand, you can feel that slow response, where the foam gives and then gradually comes back. Setup was honestly easy, but you do need a little patience. The box is heavy and awkward, so moving it to the bedroom is the hardest part. I dragged it across the floor rather than trying to carry it like a normal box. Once it was next to the frame, I opened it up, unrolled it, and let it expand. It starts taking shape pretty fast, but it did not feel fully settled right away. I slept on it the first night, but it felt better after it had more time to breathe and finish expanding. If you are sensitive to smells, it helps to open a window and let the room air out for a day. In daily use, the feel lands in the middle for me. It is not a rock, and it is not a super plush sinkhole either. When I lie on my back, my lower back feels supported, and I do not feel like I have to fight the mattress to stay in a comfortable position. When I roll onto my side, my shoulder sinks in enough that I do not feel pressure building up as quickly as I do on firmer beds. The foam spreads out my weight, so instead of pressure points, it feels more like a steady, even hold. The part people always ask about is whether it sleeps hot. For me, it sleeps warmer than a traditional spring mattress with lots of airflow, but it is not the hottest foam mattress I have used. On warm nights, I notice it more if I use a thicker mattress protector or heavy bedding. With lighter sheets, it has been fine. If you are already someone who runs hot, you will probably want breathable bedding and a room that stays cool, because foam does hold onto heat more than coils. Motion transfer is one area where this type of mattress tends to do well, and that matches my experience. When I shift around, the movement does not ripple across the whole surface. If you share a bed, that can matter. It is not magic, but it is calmer than a spring mattress where you feel every movement more sharply. Edge support is the trade-off. If I sit right on the edge to put on socks, the foam compresses a lot. It is not like I am sliding off, but it does not have that firm ledge feeling that some mattresses have. Sleeping near the edge is fine, but sitting on the edge for a long time is not as comfortable because it squishes down. I have also paid attention to how it holds up over time, because foam mattresses can look great at the start and then develop soft spots. After months of regular use, it has stayed consistent for me. I do not see obvious body impressions that stick around, and I do not feel like one spot is collapsing more than another. The feel has stayed pretty steady night to night, which is what I want. I rotate it occasionally, not because it is required, but because I like to spread out the wear. One thing I did notice early on is that it can feel slightly firmer in a cold room and slightly softer in a warm room. That is normal for memory foam, but it is worth mentioning because the bed can feel a little different season to season. It is not dramatic, just something I picked up on. As far as smart features and mobile app support, there are none here. This is not that kind of product. There is nothing to pair, nothing to update, nothing to charge. For some people, that is a downside. For me, with a mattress, I actually like that it is just a mattress. The only real adjustment you make is choosing your bedding and your foundation. It works fine on a supportive base, and I would not put it on something saggy because foam will follow whatever is under it. So in real-world conditions, here is how I would sum it up. It is a comfortable, simple memory foam mattress that is easy to get into your home, easy to set up, and predictable once it breaks in. It supports my back well when I sleep on my back, and it cushions my shoulder and hip well when I sleep on my side. It keeps movement fairly contained, which helps when the bed is shared. The downsides are the usual foam mattress ones. The edge is not firm. It can sleep a bit warm depending on your bedding and room temperature, and it has that initial foam smell that you need to let air out. Overall, I have had a good experience with it, mostly because it does what I need night after night without me thinking about it. That is kind of the point of a mattress. You want it to disappear in the background and let you sleep. You can view detailed information about the ZINUS 12-inch green tea memory foam mattress in the comments section. Thank you for watching.